Welcome to Hockey from Home, presented by Kemba Financial Credit Union. I'm Bob McElligott. I'm with Jody Shelley today, and we're celebrating the 20th anniversary season of the Columbus Blue Jackets. And our special guest is David Vyborny, who is with us. David, first of all, thanks for doing this. And where are you right now?
I am right now in Europe, in the Czech Republic, in a nice town in Prague.
Nice town in Prague. That sounds good. Hey,
Yeah.
Can you believe that it's been 20 years since the Blue Jackets started playing and that you were right there when it all began?
Actually, times go so fast, and it's 20 years ago. It's when I remember when I coming there, my son, he was only 3 months old, and now he's 21.
Well, when you came here, of course, you were drafted by Edmonton, and you played in the American Hockey League. Then you went back over to play in Czech. When you came to the Blue Jackets, why did you feel it was the right time to come back to the NHL? Why did you feel that the Blue Jackets were the place that you should be?
Oh, because I think in the 2000 I was one of the best forward in the Europe, and when I got a feeling it's a right time to do it, and it was probably my last chance to play NHL, and I just tell in my head, it's probably your last chance. Let's try and make it.
Hey, what was that like, David? I mean, you must have been nervous, but did you have? Was there people you knew in the organization? Anyone from Czech that was coming to the organization at the same time?
Yeah, I was Frankie Kuchera and Robert Krohn. These two guys was veterans guys who played so many games in NHL. They helped me a lot on the beginning.
Now, was it a dream growing up to play in the NHL? I know you played for Sparta Prague for a long time, and you still even went back when you finished here. But was the dream to get to the National Hockey League?
I think it's always a dream for every players. But when I was young, I always want to play in the Switzerland. But NHL is better.
Yeah, but it's nice over there. Those nice mountains, that would be great.
Yeah, that's right.
David, what do you remember about that first training camp, coming over here and joining the Blue Jackets? What was that like for you? Can you remember what it was like back then?
Yeah, I remember that was so many players who wants to make it a team, and I think everybody works just for himself, just to do it and make it team. That's what I remember. Was a little different in Europe.
What about that first opening night, coming out there, sold out building? Of course, you scored the second goal in franchise history, which is not fair because they always talk about the first goal. Today, we're going to talk about the second goal in franchise history. What do you remember about that first game?
Yeah, I remember it was full house, was 20,000 people was there. It was everything new for me, and I was so happy I scored the goal. But I remember we lost the game, but still I was so much happy.
You were also a guy that was really good with penalty shots. You became the first rookie to score on a couple of penalty shots in the same season. You were also good in the 4-on-4. What made you so special when it got to that more of a one-on-one competition with the goalie?
In the Europe, I think we are a skills player, and I remember that from my little age, I always stay every after practice and do it the penalty shot on the goalies. That I think will help me when I was a little older.
David, when I think about you, I think about your wooden stick and that big paddle. Did you ever get a composite stick? Did you ever play with a new stick?
Yeah.
You did?
I think was last almost in my last year when I played in the Sparta. I changed it.
So you played your whole NHL career with the wooden stick, right? 2008 was your last year.
Yeah, me and I remember Luke Richardson. He always he used to play with wood stick too.
How did you do in Sparta Prague with that new lighter composite stick? Was it okay?
Yeah, it was lighter, and wasn't so much work for me because I spent only probably 10 or 12 sticks per year.
Oh yeah, because you used to. I remember that's right. You used to go in the stick room, and you would go through those wooden sticks, and you'd be like, nope, 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 and then you try to curve one. Nope, it had to be a certain way. I forgot about that.
Yeah, exactly. It was really really tough work for me. Sometimes it was tougher like in the practice in NHL.
It's like you're a carpenter. You had to go to carpenter.
Yeah, pretty much same.
So when you ended your career here, and you went back to Sparta Prague, you're familiar with that organization, but your family was a part of it, was your dad a coach?
Yeah. Actually, he was the coach in the Sparta when I come back, and I think we spent here like 3 years and together. And after 3 years, they fire him, and was it? Yeah, it was.
That was it.
It was like, yeah.
So what do you skate now at all? Do you get out there and play hockey whatsoever?
No. Actually, I'm done. Like I'm 46, and I was done in 41, and I wasn't on the skate 5 years.
Yeah.
And actually, I not so much like it. I just running and play tennis and try be boxer like you.
Yeah, not like me. I mean, this is what happens when you box. You're doing it right. Hey, you're 41 and you're living in Czech. Jaromír Jágr is 49. Yeah. Have you seen him play? Have you been able to go to a game and seen him play?
No. I'm 46, but he's pretty much on the TV. But he's 49. But it has to be really, really tough for him to wake up in the morning and go to the practice. You know. In the evening after the game, eat the spaghetti or rice and no take the beer, you know, like that's what I do. That's what I have with me, and it's better for life. It's 49. It's too old to play the hockey.
Okay, I agree. Well, he owns a team, so he can play on the team as long as he wants.
Maybe he's got one-way contract. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think you get to 50, you can say you did it, but then that would be about enough, don't you guys think?
I would think so. 50 is a big number. You tell me, Bob. You're the only 50.
Yeah. I knew what that setup was coming for. Yeah, I'll tell you, I wouldn't do it at 50. I'd get there and say that's enough. That's it. Hey, David. Besides playing for the Blue Jackets in the NHL, you know, you represented your country a lot playing in tournaments around the world. What did that mean to you to be able to represent the Czech Republic?
I think it's a big honor, you know, to play for your country and have our national symbol on the jersey, and it's probably best thing for the hockey players.
You know, since you played in the NHL, maybe you can help to explain this. I think in Europe that is such a big deal for players to play for their country. And I'm not saying that the U.S. players don't like it, and the Canadian players are certainly proud of it, but it seems like in Europe, it's an even bigger thing. Can you tell me why it's even bigger?
I don't know, but I got the same feeling like you in the Europe. It's if you got a chance and then call you, just you have one leg, you have to go there. It's a different between the European player and players from the North US.
What was your biggest, what thing are you most proud of playing for your country? Biggest accomplishment there, playing internationally?
I think what is the best? I won the 5 times World Championships, and this is probably best what's happened to me in the playing for your nationality.
Hey, David, those are fun tournaments too, and I know you're in a big city there. Have you made a lot of friendships through those national programs, and some of the people you're hanging out with now is because of what you did with those national teams in Czech?
Yeah. We have every year some special games, you know. But like I say, I don't no more play the hockey, you know. That's I'm done with this, but they make it.
Yeah, you are you competing with some of those great tennis players over there in Czech?
I compete with some great beers player.
Hey, I wanted to ask you because David Riddick is a player I think you played with, right, over there in Sparta. He's now a goalie with the Calgary Flames. Riddick.
Yeah. I play with in Mladá Boleslav. Yeah.
So is he a player? I mean, when you play with him, could you tell? Like, can you tell these players that are in those leagues that might have a chance to go to the NHL?
I think he is good goalie, but I screaming on him almost every game because he was so lazy, you know. Yeah, but I don't know him right now. He's probably better, but he was so lazy. And in the beginning, I not so much like him.
Yeah, well, you know what? There's value in that, because if I'm on your team and I'm not doing the right thing and I'm not helping, and you're a guy that's played in the NHL, that's helpful. That gets me to say, okay, I'm doing it wrong. Thank you for the help. So maybe you should send you a card and thank you for that, David.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, you mentioned that, and you said about your dad being a coach. Have you done any coaching, or are you interested in doing any coaching?
No, I don't think so. I'll be coaching in my life, because I'll be screaming on the guys, and I staying in my business, and I'll be happy.
You know, there are still some coaches that do a lot of screaming. We have one in Columbus right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. John Tortorella will scream once in a while. I can tell you that.
Hey, David, you could coach power play.
Yeah, I've been coaching power play with you. You never play power play.
I did sometimes when we were winning 7-1 or losing 7-1. I got to go on the power play. That was
David,
fun.
are there any old teammates from Columbus that you still stay in touch with?
No, not really. When I
Rusty Klesla? No Rusty Klesla?
No. I know he's in the Czech, but he's out of the Prague like probably 5 hours. I just keep doing in touch with the guys like Jody, Jean-Luc, and Rick when I coming to Columbus.
Yeah.
What do you remember the most about Columbus? What did you like the most about Columbus when you were here?
I like it Columbus because Columbus is like the European city. You know, it's a quiet city, good people there. A lot of European people lives there. A lot of Czech people live there, and I was happy there. I was really happy there.
Well, you look through the record books of this team. Your name is still very prominent. I mean, you left your mark here. Are you proud that you did so many good things here, and that people remember you from the 20 years, and it'll go to 25 and 30 and 50, that you're always going to be remembered?
It's a nice to hear it, you know, and I'm so proud of that, and I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah, you're one of the smartest players, I think, to play here. When you see intelligent hockey players, I really think about you all the time, because the way you saw the game, the way you played the game, the way you approached the game as a pro, it was fun to be around you, David. So now when I see these young players that come in and they say, yeah, they have hockey sense, they're smart, I always think about you and the way you played the game. So is that something that was natural to you? I know you're competitive, but the ability to see what was going to happen, I mean, is that something that you picked up in a young age, or is that something you had to develop?
I think it's my father helped me in when I was young, and when he was professional player, he always took me with him to his practice and stay there after that, and helped me with my skill. That's probably when I went from. Sorry guys. It's from my dad. You know, hey, he take the time and he learned me. But he was pretty tough too.
Yeah, he was tough too. And you didn't have the hardest shot, but your shot was precise, and you always. So what would you say is the best thing to work on? I see kids here in our town where passing, they can't receive a pass, they can't give a pass, stick handling, okay, they always work on their shot. But I think about you had a good shot. It wasn't hardest, but it was like you worked on the finer points, like the handling and what you did with the puck. Could that be right?
Yeah, that's right. Because in the garden, when I live with my father, I always all summer we do shooting like every day, like 500 pucks every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it paid off. Your shot was so precise. I thought you always went far post, just not the highest all the time, but bang, every time over the pad.
Exactly.
Smart guy. I should have done that more, David.
What was it like? What was it like for a guy that was that played the skill game like you to have a guy like Jody Shelley on your team to give you a little bit more room when you needed it?
I played with Jody so many times in the fourth line. I remember that, and we got good chemistry because they were scary from him, the defenseman, and he helped me a lot. He make me space, and he knows I pass him. I think he scored a couple of goals with me.
Yeah,
it's right, Jody.
He were easy to play with, David, because I knew you could hold on to the puck, and I could take my time to get over to where I had to get, and then you'd get it to me.
Yeah.
Great guy to play with.
How many front row seats did you have for some of his fights?
How many what?
How many times were you out there and you got to stand right? You were right there to watch that fight close up.
Oh, it was so many times. It was almost every night. and night after in the bar.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's not right.
Hey, David, what do you think of the NHL today? How different is the game in the National Hockey League from when you played it? Do you think?
I'm not so much to watching the hockey, but when I watch it's a so much different speed. I think it's about speed. Everything is about the speed right now. If you got no speed, you can't play then.
Oh, absolutely.
You see a guy like Connor McDavid. I don't know if you get to watch him and Austin Matthews. Can you imagine playing with a player like that?
Yeah, I can, but it's unbelievable. It's like McConnell. It's like they play against the Childs. It's unbelievable. This guy.
Yeah. It is. It really is. Yeah. It's amazing to see his speed and his skill. It's so great to see you, man. And it's so good to see you staying in shape and staying fit. And when you come back here, you're a proud part of this alumni. So you make sure we get to see you when you're back here in Columbus. We have 13 guys that are living here in Columbus now that played for the Blue Jackets. So our alumni base is growing. Yeah, what do you think of that? I mean, you remember when we were in the hospitals and in the chillers growing hockey and how important that was for us? Well, it's big now. Hockey's big, and there's a lot of players coming out. What do you think of that when you hear that?
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. When I get there in the Columbus 20 years ago, I don't think it will be someday in like Hockey City. But right now, like you say, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, you remember Mr. Mack coming in the room and talking about the importance of the community. That we'll never forget that, will we?
Yeah, it was big time. It was very nice. It stayed in our memories forever.
Well, David, I'll tell you one thing. The next time you come back, I would actually pay to watch you and Jody play tennis against each other.
Okay.
Well, that would be a waste of money. He can play tennis. I play tennis to be active. He's a good tennis player.
Hey, I didn't say I'd pay a lot of money. I just said I would pay money to watch it. So. David, thank you so much. It is great to catch up with you. We're so glad that you're doing well. Really appreciate your time to do this. And I know our fans will love to hear from you because you're such an important part of this organization right back from day one. So thanks very much.
Thank you so much, guys. And I hope so we see you.
Thanks, David.
That is David Vyborny, and this has been Hockey from Home presented by Kemba Financial Credit Union. Along with Jody Shelley, I'm Bob McElligott. So long.